Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Alex Beyond Thoughts podcast with me, your host, Alex. In today's episode, I want to talk to you all about Elite Mind. So, Elite Mind is my signature mindset course. It's a course that's going to be able to teach you the fundamentals to building an unshakable mindset. In this course, you're going to know how to have your own back, be your own support system, and build resilience that will get you through any tough period. This course is going to impact all areas of your life, but most importantly, it's going to impact the way you think, your relationships, business, and love life. It's going to teach you how to stop letting external factors dictate your internal reality. So it's going to stop all the things outside of you, people, things, circumstances, obstacles from dictating your internal environment, how you feel, your emotions, how you process things, the decisions you make. It's going to teach you how to stop letting those things dictate that, right? So the things happening outside of you won't tip your world upside down anymore. Other people won't affect your mood or upset the balance of your life with their own actions. Elite Mind is the space to raise your standards. You're going to normalize freaky Dune level kind of mind control. And it's going to take small changes to realize that you have complete control over your thoughts and actions. And it can feel daunting to have all of that responsibility put on your shoulders. But isn't it better to control the direction of your mind and future than have everything else around you dictate it instead? So by the end of this course, I know you will face the world knowing that you are unshakable and you have the ability to handle everything thrown your way. So I want to tell you a quick story about Elite Mind. There was a point in my life where I had no control over the pattern of my thoughts or the emotions taking over my entire body. If I felt something, I either tried to suppress it, ignore it, or let it consume me until I could barely get out of bed. I didn't know why it happened or how to get it to stop hijacking my life. My thoughts had full control over me and my actions, and I just couldn't separate my anxieties from my behaviors. They were attached. If I felt anxious, I did an action because of it. If I was worried about feeling anxious, I did an action because of it. If I was in an anxious moment, my behaviors changed to suit that anxiety rather than to suit myself and what I wanted to actually happen. If I had an anxious thought, I would act on it with that anxiety. And it would perpetuate in this cycle where the more I did the things that made me anxious, the more anxiety I got. Therefore, the more I did the things that also made me anxious. I would like, whether it was like overeating or being restrictive or avoiding what was good for me and self-sabotaging, I would allow this limiting part of my brain to decide how I was going to act moving forward. And I wouldn't even take 5 seconds to check in with how I would intentionally like to move, how I would like the next moments to go. And I was in this cycle for years until I discovered the world of personal development, until I discovered self-regulation and mindset work. And I didn't really know that there was anything wrong with the way I was living because I didn't know any better. I didn't know that there were other options. I didn't know that there were other ways of thinking. And you have the power here to know better and do better with much fewer mistakes than I've made and a huge time collapse in your transformation. So, what I'm offering you in the weeks of this course took me years to learn, took me multiple years to learn. Sorry, my mic is on the run. And in those 5 years it took me to learn everything I know now, I've been able to integrate that into this course in a matter of weeks. And you can learn all of that information that I've learned over 5 years in those few weeks and immediately make changes to integrate the teachings that you're going to learn into your life. You're going to be able to immediately start sorting through some of the things that took me years to learn. It might take you days, it might take you hours, and you can immediately act on all of those. So I want to talk to you really quickly about the modules. So we have 3 key topics with weekly modules inside each. So topic 1, as like the umbrella first topic, is understanding your mind. And the lessons you're going to learn include self-belief and belief systems, the power of the mind, the impact of negative thoughts, and conditioning and behavior patterns. So this topic is about learning how your mind operates and the safety mechanisms in place to protect you. So you're going to learn the underlying reasons for some of your patterns and what conditioning actually means for your brain and your behaviors as a result of it, right? So the second topic, the umbrella topic, is building an unshakable mindset, the aim of this course. So in this topic, you're going to learn from modules like developing mental resilience, mindfulness and focus, your concept of self and ego, which is a very interesting, very enlightening topic that I love talking about. You're going to learn about self-trust, boundaries, and trauma and healing, which I think a lot of us should learn a lot more about much sooner in life than we currently do. But we're going to learn all about it in Elite Mind. So in this topic, we're focusing in on the elements of your mindset that you need to get down pat to have lasting change. If you don't have these foundational elements, you're going to struggle through the rest of your life, most likely, because I know a lot of people that have. So there are more intricate parts of mindset work that aren't widely talked about in these foundational books and resources that exclusively teach you about growth or limiting mindset. So these things are great as like starting resources. They're great to get used to the terminology and start like feeling out what these kind of things mean, but they aren't great for like that intricate mindset work that actually makes the changes in your life last. So we're going to dip into like a level of intimacy with you and your mind and that relationship between you and your brain that is going to help you build this confidence and trust in yourself and your word. My mic is getting wonky, you guys. I don't know what's happening. We'll see if that works. So this is the part of the course where you begin to know yourself and your patterns deeply to be able to analyze them objectively. So step outside yourself, go to like second and third degrees of thinking, look around the kind of situation, look around your emotions and feelings about it, and really be objective of what is happening and decide where you want to go next with your thought patterns and your behaviors. You're going to make those conscious decisions of what you want to be acting as, who you want to be, how you want your future actions to look like. By stepping outside of it and looking objectively, you're going to be able to make these decisions without having that cloud of anxiety or fear of change or worry about who's going to think differently about you because of your decision making, right? So the next topic and the broader topic is applying mindset work in life. And this is going to give you the awareness, the knowledge, and the tools to be able to go and integrate in your life these things to create lasting change that we're talking about, right? So, this final topic we will cover is applying your unshakable mindset to your life, where other courses are going to stop with just the education piece and stop with just like oh, here's all the things that you need to know. We're actually going to be going that one step further and giving you the integration steps for applying everything you've learned. You're going to dive into applying your mindset in business, in success, in relationships and love, in your standards, in your energetic capacity, and your behavior patterns. And with all of these topics and all of these modules, plus the multiple lessons combined over weeks, I know you're going to step out of this program knowing exactly what led you to the conditioning and limiting behaviors previously, how you're going to free yourself from those conditioning patterns and behaviors, and how you're going to free your mind to take back power over your unshakable mindset, to build on that, to build your confidence and have the steps in place to integrate all of this knowledge and awareness into your days. You're not going to be floundering thinking, I have all this knowledge, but what the hell do I do with it? You're going to actually know the steps, the tools, the plan of action to actually integrate it into your life, into your future. So you know that you don't just have the knowledge, you have the ability to execute on it. Because it's yours forever, because you always will have Elite Mind in your back pocket, you can always come back and access different parts of this course. So whether you need a reminder in the integration work or you've forgotten key points of how, say, conditioning will work for you or against you in your brain, whatever it is that you need a refresher on or you need help and support with, you're going to have it there as a constant supportive tool always. And I know for a lot of people, if you've looked at this already, if you've heard me talking about it on my stories and TikTok and things, you might be thinking, why would I do Elite Mind over maybe other products you're offering, Alex? Why would I do Elite Mind alongside or instead of another thing that you've got on offer? So really, if you've been on the fence about which course you should go with, I think Elite Mind is the one for you if your main obstacle right now is your mindset. So if you find yourself limiting yourself or you self-sabotage a lot or you're struggling to have control over your thought patterns and make your word and saying what you're going to do align with your actions and what actually you execute, this is the course for you. If you find that you know you need help trusting your word again, keeping your promises to yourself, this is the course for you. We're not going to have any more of this, let's start on Monday, or throwing away your progress for one tiny mistake or one big mistake. It doesn't really matter. We're not throwing away progress anymore. We aren't continuing with a relationship that you know is no good for you because you struggle holding your boundaries. You're going to know now how to hold your boundaries and how to ask for what you deserve and how to say no to things that don't serve you. Elite Mind is for you if you keep looking at this sales page, right? If you keep listening to all the things I talk about with Elite Mind, if you keep coming back to it and wondering if you should do it or not, it's for you if you've been looking to take that leap in investing in yourself, but you keep talking yourself out of it because of fears. Elite Mind is going to help you not do that anymore. It's going to teach you the ways to back yourself 100%. And if none of this is resonating with you, if you're thinking, your time would be better off spent learning how to balance your masculine and feminine energy to better support yourself in business or life, or learning how to navigate the polarity in your relationship better. If you want to attract the man of your dreams or attract the money of your dreams, but you don't know how to start making yourself magnetic, then the Unstoppable Woman is probably for you. That was probably your course. That is probably the thing that's going to light you up. So have a look at that. We've got a sales page up on alexbeyondthoughts.com. We have podcast episode, YouTube episode on both Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube about the Unstoppable Woman. So you can go and check that out if you want to. And one-to-one would be your place for a safe haven to navigate all of life and business inside one container with completely focused support on just you and no group dynamic. So if you want a place to have all of your questions answered, a sounding board for you and your next big decision, a place for you to support yourself through the ups and downs of simply being a human, of simply running a business, of simply getting through your career, then one-to-one is going to be your new home. So my aim really is for my clients to come through containers with me, transform their life entirely, transform their happiness, become entirely self-sufficient people who can take on anything and leave this container, leave these containers feeling like they don't need me anymore. But we're always open to another option for another container simply because you like help, you like support, you like having that sounding board and someone to back you up or call you out or help you make a decision, make a move, sorry. But if you want that other container because you want the extra support and desire it rather than having to crawl through life on your knees, begging for help, crying out for help, right? Then this is the place for you. If you know you need that support, if you know you want to stop crawling through life thinking, I don't know what the hell I'm doing here, I don't know the next steps, what to do next, then jump inside one of these containers, whether it's Elite Mind, the Unstoppable Woman, one-to-one coaching, even something like Dial In. I've got a small container, just an hour call or multiple hour calls if you want to purchase multiple dial-in calls. And we can just do an hour face to face on the phone, Zoom, whatever it is, and just talk through whatever it is you're struggling with right now. You need clarity on, you need a different perspective, you need someone to call you out. then we can absolutely do that. Oh, this mic is getting on my nerves. It keeps falling. Um, but we can absolutely do that. I never want to leave my clients in a container, unsure or with questions. So we really like get a solid connection fast. Nothing is off limits if you are open to it and ready to discuss anything you need to in order to help you get to that next level where you're feeling like your life and your happiness and your success are coming towards you, if not already established. So, I just want to tell you another quick story about a transformation that I was part of recently. And I was working with a very successful, established client. And for some reason, they just couldn't help themselves on their own. They knew the basic steps to getting to a healthier and happier place in life, but they just couldn't bring themselves to do the actions required by themselves. They just couldn't bring themselves to do it. They had the support of a family, they had a lovely relationship that they really loved, but it just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough support to get them where they needed to be to execute on these things, right? So I know a lot of you might feel like that right now too. Like nothing you do is going to be enough to get you to the point of feeling better within yourself. And I can already tell that if this is resonating with you, your nervous system is exhausted, your energy levels are depleted, you have broken promises with yourself time and time again. So now, even if you do make one, you don't trust that you're going to follow through and do it. And all of this on a basic level is enough to overwhelm anyone. And it's going to seem like you have a mountain to climb all by yourself with no tools, no guide, no safety rescue, no helicopter to fly in if it all goes to shit. And this is what I was feeling, right? Before I found coaching, before I found personal development, I was feeling all of this. So I absolutely know the dread and the fear that comes along with it. My clients came to me, this client, sorry, came to me about to burn out and completely break down, like take time off work. They were arranging a doctor's appointment to sign themselves off work because they just couldn't handle it anymore. And I felt like that at my lowest point too. There was a point where I literally couldn't get out of bed. I could recognize the fatigue and the level of shame for being in this state and the desperation to just have something change because it's a place that I was in myself. It's a place where a lot of clients come to me in at this kind of edge of danger where they know something has to give. They know something is about to break down. They know something that's about to be irreparably broken because they are on this edge of like doom, essentially. They don't know where to turn next. And it's my aim to begin changing that with Elite Mind, with my one-to-one containers, with all of the products I have on offer, because I want you to learn these skills and way of thinking just because you can, not because you've hit rock bottom, and you're desperate for change and you absolutely have to. Obviously, I'll never turn my back on anyone like at this stage, but I'd love to encourage more people to seek out support and new perspectives just because it will improve the way you are living. So that when the tough times come, when the hard things happen, you have all of the tools and knowledge to get through it rather than letting those tough times spin you for a loop and coming out the other side like bedraggled, completely exhausted, on the edge of danger, not knowing what to do next. So I think each of us have a choice, right? We're either going to learn the life lessons of life by choice or by force. And I know I'd rather choose to upgrade my life, feel better in myself, exclusively for the benefits rather than having to do it to pull me back from this edge of danger, from the depths of suffering and pain and unhappiness, right? So choose to learn the lessons of life, to learn the tools and the guidance and all the ways that you need to have these things in your back pocket to make yourself feel better. Choose that instead of having to learn it by force, instead of hitting that rock bottom and thinking, I need a way out because I can't do this anymore. So I think really the biggest takeaway from Elite Mind and the most impactful thing you're going to learn is going to depend on what you need most in your life right now. And that's going to change with every rewatch you do of this course because you'll have access to it for life, you're going to be able to rewatch as many times as you want. So if there's one thing I know about courses, it's that you can always extract more value depending on the season of life you're in. So if you're in a season of life right now where you're grinding hard in your business, you need support in that end, a rewatch is going to give you those extra bits of support. If you know your relationship needs a bit of extra love and TLC, it's going to be able to support you in that. If you know in this season of life, you just need to get your head down and execute, then Elite Mind is going to help you with the tools you need to do that. It's really an all-rounder kind of course that's going to support you in these different seasons of life. So some things inside of Elite Mind will only be useful for future you when you've learned some of these foundational lessons to open your mind up to the more intricate teachings, to the more intricate mindset work. And some of the teachings you might have heard before, but I know it's going to hit in an entirely different way because now you're ready to hear it. By being an Elite Mind, by choosing to be in this course, you're ready to hear what you need to learn now, where before you weren't. And we all think we know everything we need to know until a new perspective or a different kind of wording on the same topic is brought to our awareness. And we could hear something 1,000 times before, but one particular person saying it in one particular way could have the power to unlock everything for you. And I really think that's what Elite Mind is. And if you're drawn to this and it's resonating with you and you know that I'm really into the thought of this, then get yourself an Elite Mind. It's $199 Great British pounds, full price, but you can also do payment plans. I've got 2 payment plans up ready for you to buy on the website right now. So £99 over 2 months. Or if you need a further payment plan, you can get in touch with me and we can discuss it. DM me on Instagram at AlexBeyondThoughts, or you can email me. My email's on the website. You can message me on the website, all that good stuff. So if you need a discovery call, we have the option for discovery calls on the website as well. The website is linked in the description of the podcast and in the description of YouTube, wherever else this is going to be uploaded. Get in touch. We can have a call about this. We can see if it's right for you. We can see if one-to-one coaching is better for you or if the Unstoppable Woman is going to be best. Even a 1-hour call, if that's just what you need to sort you out on this one specific issue and get you right. Let's talk about it. So the discovery call link is on my contact us page, I think, on the website. I'm so looking forward to seeing you inside Elite Mind. We are already live on the first round. So we are on call 2 this week, and we have many more weeks to come with some of the lessons already going live. So everything is going to be rolled out live over the next few weeks, as well as the pre-recorded modules are going to be rolled out. So you're not too overwhelmed having too much to learn all at one point. Anyway, that is Elite Mind. I'm so excited to see you in there. And if you have any more questions, you know exactly where to find me. I love you. I will see you in the next episode of the Alex Beyond Thoughts podcast. Bye, guys.